Welcome back to Florida TRD. Today I'm going to be going over what accessory switches we use. The accessory company that we use is OTRATTW. Now a lot of you are probably like, what the hell is that? They're kind of the same thought that I had when I first came across it, and it stands for Over the River and Through the Woods. Their switches are probably the best that I've come across, and there's many different things that play into that. The build quality is excellent. It is something that you would expect from Toyota right out of the factory. So there's zero of that flimsy, plastic, crunchy kind of feel that some of the other switches have had. They have a huge customization, so different colors. Obviously you can do customized text and logos, and pretty much anything you can think of you can make happen. One of the things that I really like about it is its amperage rating that it can handle. So if you're just running like two Rigid Industry D2s that draw 2.5 amps each, so you're running 5 amps total draw, you don't have to run a relay, because some of these other switches can only handle 3 amps or something like that. So you're forced to run a relay because the switch can't handle the power. So this one, I believe, if I remember off the top of my head, can handle 25 amps. Obviously, if you go to their website, they'll have all the information there, so that way I'm not giving you the wrong information. But if I do remember correctly, it's 25 amps. So that means you can run straight to it and have zero issues. So I really like that fact, because I like to keep everything behind the dash simple, especially considering that I don't run a lot of different accessories. I don't have 15 light bars, 3 winches, ditch lights, underbody lights, ground effect neons, strobes, and all this other crap that I see on these other vehicles. I like to keep a very, 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 very simple setup. So something like this, obviously you can see this is for the windshield lights. That's an upcoming addition. Before a couple big trips that I have coming up, I really want to make sure that I'm set up. I've already modified the low beams on my 4Runner, which I'll go over in another video, but I really need something that can really throw some light. So I'll be adding some windshield lights to the 4Runner, which I'll be going over all that stuff in depth here coming up. But I wanted to go over the switch because a lot of people, just get the advanced auto parts, little rocker switches and stuff like that. There's nothing wrong with that, but when you start getting into some of these more high-end vehicles, that it's not just your Sunday rock crawler or something like that, and you want something that's nice and matches the rest of your interior and has a good build quality, I mean, you can't really beat this. It's not that expensive. I ordered it and then had it within just a matter of a few days, and it ships out of California, and I'm in Florida, so obviously, you click and buy, and then they're getting all your stuff in order and then shipping it to you. So I really like that. Another thing that I like about it is just the options galore. So as you can see, the switch itself is already grip for just basically, you could cut this out into the dash and then press it right in. And as long as you're good with your cut, it does have a little bit of overhang to cover if you go a little crazy on the sides, but obviously plenty on the top. So you could do that and then just drop this in. But if you didn't want to do that, you can get these pods. So then cut out for the pod, it has plenty of overhang, so you can get a little crazy and not have to worry about having an ugly cutout in the dash. And then this would just press right into that. So on the 4Runner, on the 5th Gen 4Runner, on the left side of the steering wheel, I'll be showing you where I'm going to mount it. But on the left side of the steering wheel, there is a couple dead switches. So I'll be utilizing one of those. I measured before I purchased, utilizing their measurements and using a micrometer to, sorry, not a micrometer, a caliper to measure the size of that. And this switch, if I measured correctly, which I'm, not exactly the smartest individual, but it should fit without any issues whatsoever in that one dead switch spot that I measured. Another thing is, as you can see, the prong layout, they give you the full wiring diagram on their website, which obviously we'll follow, but you can buy connector blocks straight for them. So all you have to do is run your wires, attach your pins, snap the pins in, whoop, if I don't break it before I use it, and then all you have to do is snap it together, and boom, then you have a connector instead of just putting female connectors on each one of these posts, which there's nothing wrong with doing it that way. This just really cleans up the install. And this is, what, a couple of bucks, and the pins are like 10 cents a piece or something like that. So if you really want to simplify and clean up your install, there you go. And then also if you ever have to service it or pull your dash for whatever reason or whatever the case may be, you can easily just disconnect, and you don't have to worry about, well, where does this wire go, where does that one go, or anything like that. You can just, done. I don't have to think about it, right? And that makes it easy. Even though once this is wired up and installed, it's not something that you're probably going to mess with. It's probably just going to be in there and hang out for the rest of the time. So that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, please post them up in the comments. And if you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe. Thanks.